Good morning, happy Sunday, welcome to Atheist Church. Last week I pointed out the banana artwork in the corner here and asked for more banana artwork. And a good friend of mine, poster artist Paul Imagine, who was featured in the movie American Artifact, and his art is also featured in the Rock and Roll Poster Book, which is a huge volume of great rock and roll posters. And he lives right here in Sacramento. And he watched that video just minutes after I put it up, and he happened to be drawing when he did. He draws for a few hours every day, and the result was more banana art. So, this is an original drawing, and then he silk screened it, and then hand watercolored it. So, really neat piece of art. I look forward to getting it framed and up on the walls. And cool, thanks Paul, that was really great. Someone in the comments had mentioned Andy Warhol and his banana art. I'm a huge Velvet Underground fan, so of course I have Peel Slowly and See. I should mention that I'm also a huge Andy Warhol fan, so just for you, Atheist Church, I'm going to follow the instructions and peel slowly and see. I know what's underneath, but I've never actually peeled it before because I'm trying to preserve it, and I won't peel it too much now. And a lovely pink banana, which makes my wife giggle. She seems to think that Andy Warhol might have been exploiting the phallic qualities of that fruit, but I would never, ever buy into such conspiracy theory. Some people. Speaking of conspiracy theory, we've got to take on Alex Jones in a future episode of Atheist Church. So any of you who have anything to say about Alex Jones, hit it in the comment section. This would be the guy from Infowars.com, that lunatic who more and more of the people I know are actually buying into. So yeah, I'd like to take him on. If you have any videos that I should see that do a good job of debunking him, or any articles I should read, please help me with my research. You can be part of Atheist Church. All I have to do is watch a few videos of him on stage screaming and yelling, calling people pussies, and I know that that's not the kind of person I want to let do my thinking for me. At any rate, today I would like to address a letter that I got from someone who I know, actually, but I'll leave them anonymous. Someone very near and dear to me, who is a young man, who wrote and asked me how long it took after losing my religion for the residual fear to go away. And I've talked about this a little, and I thought it might be interesting to hear your guys' stories as well in the comment section, those of you who did grow up religious. It took a really, really long time. I started losing my faith in probably, I always say 14 or 15. I'm guessing it was in my 15th year. I think by the time I was 16, it was pretty solidly gone. I continued to have really serious fear that I might be wrong, that demons might get me, that an avenging angel might visit me. I mean, and these weren't rational fears, and I could dismiss them by thinking about it intellectually, but that didn't make them not scary. I mean, that's the beauty of a horror film. You know that it's fiction, and you know that it's silly and ridiculous, and it still scares you, and that's what's fun. But this wasn't fun. And it went on for a really long time. I think when I was 18, it started to downgrade a little bit. And I think that I was in my 19th year when, somewhere about thereabouts, I actually sort of issued a challenge to anything that might be out there. If it had any use for me, it had better speak up now. Otherwise, I was done playing any, because it would seem like a bullshit game to hide from people and play the game of they have to believe in you against all logical reason. Why would we have been given this wonderful gift of reason, this gift that's done so much for us, if it was a gift, according to that belief system. And I said, hey, this is it. I really am an atheist and I'm done with this. Tonight's your last chance. And of course, nothing happened. I spent a very sleepless night waiting for an angel to show up. But as one might expect, the angel never did show. And I was able to let the fear go. And I don't know what kind of ritual or process some of the rest of you might have had. I think the worst part, though, or maybe the best part, was afterwards looking back and realizing everyone talks about the hope and the joy of their religion. And boy, the fear is powerful. And a lot of time is spent on it. in most churches. I won't say all, because I've seen a few exceptions. But even some of the better ones that don't dwell on it, it's still there. And it's, how much do they have to dwell on it? It's a pretty powerful threat. If nothing else, just that your loved ones will be somewhere else and you'll be separated from them. You know, and then there's the suffering and the torture. And, you know, I joke about it and say they spend so much time telling you how bad it is. The stuff that they don't want you to do must be really, really good to need that level of badness to keep you from it. I've, of course, since found out that the stuff they want to keep you from, it is pretty good. It's pretty damn good. So, yeah, the fear. How long after letting go of religion does that fear hang on in your subconscious? And little tiny emergences of it are still there and can be exploited in horror movies and things like that, but only to the level where it's fun, not to the level where it really messes with me. So, anyone else? Especially people from other backgrounds other than Christianity would be interesting to hear from, because I've only gotten the Christian perspective on that one. So, so that's the sermon for today. But I am on the cover of the American Atheist magazine that's out right now. You can go to atheist.org, and you can donate just $20 and get a whole year's subscription to the magazine. I'm going to be writing for them as well, and I actually have an article coming out, not in the next issue, but in the issue after, on the ban divorce in California movement. And I have some interview stuff with the guy who started that, John Marcotte, who, as I've mentioned before, interestingly enough, is a Catholic, but he's a Catholic who's definitely in favor of letting gay people be married. So, yeah, really excited to be writing for the magazine, and I guess that article is going to be the cover story for that issue, and then I'm the cover story for the current issue. So definitely go to atheist.org and subscribe, and maybe when you do your $20 donation, say that you want the current issue and that you don't want it to start with the next issue. That way you can get the issue that I'm on the cover of, and there's the banana picture of me and my baby inside the magazine too, which I'm excited about. So I do have t-shirts coming. I hope to hold up a t-shirt for you and put it up for sale next week, and I think you're really going to like them. So I'm working on those, and watch for that. And that's all the news that's fit to spout on about here on Atheist Church. Future subjects, email forwarders, you are the media. That's coming up. I'm going to do something about my own personal experience with alternative medicine, so watch for that coming up, and lots of other good stuff. And as always, I'll take your requests on subjects you'd like to talk about. And even if you've already made a request and I've ignored it, I get a lot of them and I get forgetful. So feel free to remind me. And at the very least, we can talk about it in the comment section. So thanks, everybody. See you guys next week. Bye-bye.